Got the stream up and running. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Discord community. What's going on, everybody? Seeing here a few people so far. Jeff, Bigfoot, PR Wild. What's up, Terry? What's going on, guys? E Marcel. What's going on, guys? Good morning. Good morning. Hope you guys are ready for a good trading day. YouTube, good morning as well. Pokin, say hello. I'm going to work on some type of background for us on the YouTube channel, so it's not just the screen. Other than that, let's get into some charts and we'll see what we're looking at today. So here is a chart of the ES on the 15-minute time frame. So real quick, we'll go into the daily and take a look and see that.
Kevin, are you sharing your screen? Sorry to interrupt.
I'm not. Thank you for pointing that out. I'm not sharing my screen on the, now I am. Thank you for pointing that out. Alright, so now we are looking at ES. This is the daily time frame. We see we are above. This is, in my opinion, a major pivot right here, because this is sort of where we dropped, we pulled back, and then we dropped again. So we're above that pivot, right? Buyers are pretty strong here. This isn't the best daily supply zone because it's not a basing candle. It's not no upper wick to it. The thing is, it's a basing area. We see the upper wicks at this point. A lot of buyers were trying to push us above this 5720 area on ES, and we failed and had a very sharp push lower, an impulse move. So this is a point where there's a lot of imbalance, liquidity. I'm looking for some type of reaction or even to target that zone. So now let's go into something like the 4-hour. I see the 4-hour is starting to create this basing candle right here. So this basing candle was created, we had an impulse move after, and now we have this 4-hour candle which closes in about 33 minutes. So I'm sort of going to be looking for a rally. If we could break above this 5672 on this 4-hour candle, which means it will close at 10 a.m. Eastern, I'm really going to see if we could have some momentum and a bit of a trend day for us today on ES and NQ to trend higher. So that's the ES. We're going to take a quick look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ, we have this 15-minute demand zone. 45-minute demand zone. Pull the chart up a little more. We see we have our basing candle, which is the small body, long lower wick, red candle. We had an impulse move and some continuation after as well. So what happened? We created a higher low above it. We swept into it. We tapped that demand zone, and we're trying to push back up again. So what I'm going to be looking for is I'm going to mark out this low, which happens to fall exactly on that demand zone. I'm going to see that as my sell side liquidity, and I'm going to see how we react off of that area again when market opens up in about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Yo, good morning, YouTube. Good morning, everybody. What's going on, guys? Hello and welcome. So this is sort of what we're looking for on the NASDAQ. Want to see if buyers want to step in here. Potential long position on NQ. Let me get my other screen set up so I'm able to enter some trades with you guys. So we'll be looking at crude. I'm sorry, not crude. We'll be looking at the ES and the NQ today. Crude oil had a very strong move overnight. So I'm most likely not going to be looking at crude because a lot of times after we have a strong move like pre-market or something, we end up having like a lot of chop afterwards, right? Like when market opens, it's sort of got to chop around, grab some liquidity, see what's going on. So I'm just sort of, like I said, setting up my other screen with the charts. Probably, let's see. Yeah, that's sell side liquidity exactly on that demand zone. So 19,740, probably going to look pretty clean for some NQ longs if buyers could hold up. The long position we would be looking at something like this. Probably look to target the pre-market highs, so almost a 5-to-1 in that trade setup. It's going to depend too how the candles form at that point and what the reaction is at that point, right? If we get a quick reaction and we could try to grab some type of bottom there, we're able to grab that bottom, let the trade form, then we could either move our stop loss up and add to our trade, so we're now risking a little more, but we're not essentially risking more because we're moving our stop loss up with the re-entry, or we could just take it as is. So it's really going to depend on how we react to that level. Market opens in just a minute. I'm going to put up, let's see. I think I'm going to have it where I think we'll do it like this. ES, NQ in the middle, CL at the bottom, but we'll keep crude oil like away. So we have ES on the top, NQ on the bottom, and let's see, 15-minute. We open soon. I do want to see, because now I'm still looking at this too, and ES is really close to those pre-market highs. NQ is not that close to those pre-market highs, let alone yesterday high, right? This is yesterday's high on ES. It's already almost above that. NQ, it's not near that right now. So that might even be a sign for potential reversal at pre-market highs in the supply zone on NQ. So let's keep an eye on everything, right? So we're going to just keep a close eye. We'll watch how we react to this demand zone. We're probably going to break right into it. I'm going to be keeping a close eye on ES to trade ES with the Icebergs indicator, guys. Icebergs indicator is super awesome. I made a video about it this weekend, and it's really great, guys. Would 100,000% recommend it. YouTube, guys, hit that like button. I'll make sure to skip the ads when they start rolling through. It's popping up on my screen right now. Make sure to skip that for you guys. Alright, so where are we now? Still looking at the, let's get into the 5-minute there. Looking for NASDAQ to hold in this demand after we take out that pre-market low. But we're going to see. We're watching the heat map right here. Watching our equities. Pretty weak so far to start off. What's going on, everybody? We're looking for NASDAQ down here to come into this pre-market low that is also resting in this demand that we formed. See if buyers want to hold to take a long position. So let's see. We're coming into it right now. Probably going to want a quick reaction, right? So we don't want to really dump into it too much. We want to see if we could. We'll put some orders out there. Let's see, actually. Let's see. Yeah, I'll put. It's strange. It didn't let me send the limit orders out there, so I did not get filled down here. I am still going to see, though. Why is it rejecting? I gotta look into that. But yeah, that's the long I'm looking for right there, guys. Maybe we'll see how this 5 closes. Yeah, there's ES new high a day on ES, which is pretty major right there. Shocked. Crazy, NASDAQ didn't give me that fill. I'm still looking for longs on NASDAQ, though, down here. Depending on how this 5 closes. Nah, that 1 looks pretty solid. We'll see. We'll see, we'll see. Nice, dude. Oh, man. I'm disappointed my broker didn't let me fill that, because that would have been real nice, but that's okay, whatever. He's on Trade-O-Vate. They got me on my phone now trying to figure that out. Damn, that's crazy, man. We would have caught the bottom on that. Alright, that's alright. We'll see if there's another re-entry. I'm going to stay patient on this. And ES is breaking these highs I mentioned earlier. I wanted to see if ES could get above this 5672 area. Remember that 4-hour looked very bullish. That's a good time frame to look at. Good buying pressure. Real good stuff. Damn. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That is crazy. Yeah, that's nuts, man. I don't know what is going on. All right, let's see. I'll figure it out, I guess. I mean, that's rough, guys. I hope some of you guys were able to catch those longs on Nasdaq. Very confident in those down there. And that was a beautiful, would have been a beautiful entry. Like literally caught that bottom 40 points from that. That's insane, man. Couldn't imagine what in the world, why it wouldn't let me fill that. See if we could get another fill somewhere else then. See how we react to this 1 minute fair value gap. We just tapped into it. I like that the buyers are trying to hold this fair value gap. Let's see. You know what? Will it fill me now? Probably not. Of course not. Dude, what is going on? I'm gonna figure this out, guys. But right now we're still looking for NQ longs. Just gotta figure out where's a good re-entry. I think that's a good re-entry right here because we're hitting this 1 minute order block.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, good morning.
Yeah, that was a 1 minute breaker right there. That 1 minute fair value got breaker box, so it should react off of that.
Yeah, that's clean. YouTube guys, hit that like button. I'm gonna hit skip ads again for you guys. How's the 5 minute look? Yeah, I mean that's crazy for the Bulls. I can't believe that didn't fill me. All right, let's see. So yeah, I would. That's probably where I would look for longs again on NQ, but 828. What's going on? Oh, did I have the date wrong? Oh, I have the date wrong on there. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Rennie. Somebody pointed out YouTube. I had the date wrong. That's something. Man. I'm probably gonna log into a different account if it's not gonna keep filling me. That's crazy. We're letting the buyers get away today. Good morning, Alex. What's going on? We were looking for some NQ longs, but unfortunately, we did not get filled down here. The market, my broker didn't fill me. It's like rejected the order for some reason. So I'm trying to figure that out. Let's see. So again, we're still looking for some long positions. NQ is just gonna go. So we're probably missing those longs. Um, is what it is, right? You know, obviously we called that out in this live stream. I want to look for longs. I tried to hit the buy button. It did not work. So we're going to have to just be extra patient again and see if maybe we want to create some type of 15-minute fair value gap for an entry. Or maybe there will be a strong move higher and we'll get a pullback, maybe get an optimal trade entry. But regardless, just going to stay patient now. Not going to try to jump into anything up here. We missed that initial move, that first entry, 743 would have been fantastic. Would have caught almost more than 50 points on the NQ right out the gate. But we are still in a bit of a range. We are much weaker on the NASDAQ, guys. Look, when we zoom out, look at this bottom chart is the NASDAQ, and look at this top chart, it's the ES. ES is much stronger right now. NQ is not at that previous day high, and it's not at the pre-market high either. I sort of do ES. Is ES doing anything? ES has some icebergs building up, nothing too crazy. I made an iceberg video, guys. So you see these blue levels? I made a video on how to use the iceberg indicator on YouTube. So make sure you guys check that out. It's a great video, fantastic indicator. This might be the higher low that we make on the 1 minute. See a lower low right here. We swept this low, made a lower low, came back to this order block. We made a higher low. Now we came back to this 1 minute fair value gap, and we're trying to make another higher low. So we got to see, we might squeeze, might drop. I'm not looking for any entries here just yet. Ooh, look at that drop candle right there. Again, guys, NQ has been a bit weaker. If we were both at like not all-time highs, but like new high a day on NQ, higher than previous day on NQ, something. But because we are still much weaker, it's definitely a bit more difficult to trade. But what I'll point out is every time we tried to take out lows, we took this low out right here, we reversed. We took this low out right here, we reversed. So instead of trying to go short once we take out these lows again, we might get another reversal at that point. So let's be a bit careful. City, they call Buffalo, 0 degrees below. Gotta get a little music going. You know, just let the market do its thing right now. ES is pretty weak. Look at that heavy, look at, wow, that's a strong seller right there on ES. That iceberg right here, 602. This one right here, 82 trying to form, 112, 160. That's some good selling right there, guys. Gonna have to see how that wants to play out. On ES right there, 67, 163, boom, gone. Ooh, 185, 30, 60, wow. Some strong icebergs. It's 743 right there. This is strong selling accumulation right here on ES, right? Because this is above us, so these are selling icebergs right there. Wow. So that was some pretty aggressive selling. Let's see if we get that reaction to it, right? We had the selling right up here. At 62 right here. So we would have been able to take 62 short and kept a real tight stop loss and even looked for a quick scalp because that scalp itself would have been maybe a 2-to-1. Another 202 right there. Would look for another short. Boom, another pop there lower. I love the icebergs, guys. Icebergs are awesome on ES. I don't like the icebergs so much on NQ. You don't really get a real iceberg with it, in my opinion. It's too liquid, too volatile. No, good question. Somebody asks, is my limit order still in play? No, my limit order is not still in play. I would still love to potentially grab a long. My only concern is, again, like I mentioned, The Nasdaq's much weaker right now. It's not near those highs. But if we can hold this demand zone, we do fail that low one more time, it could lead up to a nice push higher. I'm unsure of something in the market, I always like to zoom out to a higher time frame to sort of get an understanding. Are we going to be potentially creating a 15-minute or 30-minute demand zone soon? Are we creating a supply zone soon, right? Are we rejecting and creating a long upper wick? If I'm on the 5-minute and I see a strong rejection like this or like this, I know that even though in the 5-minute we see candles, on a higher time frame it's going to be a wick. So I want to know, is the 5-minute or is the 15 or 30-minute closing soon that I should be aware of? So here's the 15-minute closes now. We could still see the divergence. This 15-minute wick hit new highs on ES from previous day. This 15-minute wick failed, but this 15-minute candle sort of tells me we're going to drop, hit those lows again, and bounce again. So I'm going to be patient with this. Let's see. I'm probably going to grab some longs. We'll see. I like the ES, though, has pretty strong downward strength. NQ's trying to push its way lower, too, but again, we're hitting that low. I want to see if we fail that low. But we could just dump right here, right? So I don't want to jump in longs here and then we dump, but I also don't want to go short here and have us pump. So because historically, just these past few candles, every time we break a low, we reject, I'm going to be a little extra patient on this, see if we want to either continue that trend or if we're going to finally have a break here. Probably going to wait more on the 1-minute. Or more on the 5-minute. So we have 340 left on the 5-minute to close. It's plenty of time for it to dump through this zone, plenty of time for it to dump, bounce back up, plenty of time for it to pump like we did on that first 5-minute candle when we broke into this zone. So that sort of makes me think, okay, well, if buyers do want to hold, however, the weighted index is very weak, Microsoft selling, Apple selling, I'm going to be patient right now on these longs. Looking for NASDAQ long, but look at Apple right here, selling pressure, Microsoft selling pressure. NVIDIA's trying to hold VWAP. Meta's selling off. Weighted index is pretty weak. I'm not jumping in any long positions just yet. We're going to stay very patient. Because again, NQ is much weaker than ES right now, but both of them are pretty strong in general. I still wanted that 4-hour to close bullish on ES, right? And that would require the next 12 minutes to be bullish. So right now, if we could maybe break this 746 level on NQ, I'll put my limit order out to go long. But until then, maybe if equities want to start holding up too, but other than that, I'll let you guys know. Right now, I'm staying patient. I feel like we might want to try to bounce out of this demand. Stay patient, though. Stay patient. Don't want to jump in. Look at that selling pressure, but that's absorption right there. 2 minutes left. Again, that's plenty of time for the market to dump right through this zone, melt right through it. We've seen it before. That's why we don't want to be jumping the gun. NQ's much weaker. We'd look for shorts, right? We'd look for us to play lower. Boom, look at that. Again, why we're not jumping right in. Oh, YouTube, I'm going to hit skip ads on that. I like that 19716 sell side liquidity. 726, 716, 716. Yeah, that's a pretty good one too, right? So that's right under the demand zone that I had formed. So I'm sort of hoping that we hold that demand zone for buyers. But other than that, yeah, that might be a good spot to see if we want to break that demand zone on NQ, still find some support on ES, and then reject higher. And at that point, we might look for some bullish divergence on ES and bearish on NQ, right? So we're going to look for NQ to make a low while ES makes a higher low. So that's something to keep an eye on too. Gonna let this 5 close. If this 5 wants to give me a lower wick and close somewhere near the top of this demand zone, I'll grab some long positions and we'll try to run that up. I like the Iceberg trying to build under us on NQ, and it swept. See, that's why that's why I don't like Icebergs on NQ. ES is much cleaner. Look, we tried to build up to this Iceberg. We would have been able to again short with it for a few points. If you guys want, guys, let me know. YouTube, let me know which book map you guys want up on the screen. ES, NQ. I also have gold and crude available too, but we are not trading those today, so no reason to really go over those. Pretty strong level. What I like to do, guys, with the Iceberg indicator is level it up with the heat map. So the heat map is this background. The icebergs are the blue levels. You alright? So, what? Oh. My bad. I like the heat map. Yeah, heat map's fire. Heat map is awesome. But what I like is the heat map with this iceberg. So you see this iceberg 45 lines up with this heat map at 5664. That gives me even more confirmation that that's going to be a pretty strong level to watch because of all these sellers now on that iceberg showing and that heat map showing. Yeah, dude, icebergs are awesome. Icebergs are sick. Especially, I'm telling you, ES icebergs, that's where it's at. That's clean. NQ icebergs, not the biggest fan. I'll play around with them for a little bit, but not the biggest fan. We have a new 5-minute candle here. Obviously, we're not taking any long positions on NQ. We just wicked the bottom of that demand zone. I mean, listen, right? We reverse from here at this point. We're going to be hitting the bottom of the demand and then reversing. But if we don't reverse from here, this is just going to go right to our stop loss. So it's really no point in trying to catch a falling knife like that without the proper confirmation. Again, if anything, we have divergence. ES is failing to break these lows, and Q is breaking those lows. We have bullish divergence. ES is much stronger. I'm going to look at the 15-minute time frame. The only thing I see is potential reversals NQ. I'm definitely considering, it's funny, I'm considering grabbing some NQ now. Now that I said I don't like NQ long, now I like NQ long again. So this might be the setup we're looking for. 3-1. We'll see how this 1 minute closes. This 1 minute pops and we continue higher, I'll take it. If not, we're not taking it. Equities are still pretty weak. You know, Meta had a bit of a pullback. Microsoft, Apple, sort of weak. Yeah, I like that. I do like that. Let's see. We'll try those long. Real light in size. Stop loss is new low. Actually, no. Stop loss is going to be right under this candle right here. We're in some NQ longs, guys. Very light size NQ longs. Time is it? I wanted bulls for the last 15 minutes of the 30-minute and 15-minute candle, right? So we'll see if we get that. Nice pump right there. Nice pump right there. We're looking for this 3-1, almost 4-1. If we go for this high up here, 5-1 on this NQ long position we just took. Nice, nice. I like that. We came up to this iceberg. We could use icebergs as targets on NQ. That's pretty clean. Other than that, yeah, weighted index trying to come up. Microsoft with some buying pressure. I like that for bulls, guys. If we pull back a little bit, I might add a few contracts. Let's see. Let's be patient. Let's be a little patient. Let's wait. Yeah, it's a small iceberg. I think we run through it. Just got to be careful with the add here. We don't want to add to this position if we end up reversing here. See, like that. I got to be careful with that. I'm waiting for buying pressure on Bookmap to show up again. Without that, it'll just go to my stop, and that's okay. ES weak. Yeah, see, not a big fan of that right now. 5-minute has a 5-minute look. Not the worst, not the best. I want to see good buying pressure on Bookmap. If I see good buying pressure on Bookmap, I'll add to these NQ longs. If not, we'll just let it run to our stop. That's okay. Still failing. Still failing. Nope. No buying pressure coming in. Yep, failing again. Remember, NQ is much weaker than ES before. Okay, be careful. Just be careful with. Diego. Alright, I don't think we're gonna see these longs play out here on NQ. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna stop out of those real quick. Right, so sort of not against the plan, but ES was the one with the bullish divergence. So if we're looking for longs at this point, we should be looking for ES. Should not be looking for NQ. So we'll take a quick look at one more time, see if we got any maybe fair value gaps, any 5 minute, 1 minute entries, something to give us some type of clue that ES is going to find a place to hold, NQ is going to find a place to hold, whichever. No? Oh yeah, he's over here. How can I get VWAP on here? I think NQ's at VWAP or ES is at VWAP. Turn all that off. Ooh, no way. NQ was a quick stop out. Good call. Who said that earlier? World 10 best. Yo, good call with that sell side liquidity sitting at 19,715. And if anything, I'd probably be looking for ES longs at this point instead of NQ longs. But we have to be careful regardless, because NQ being relatively weaker means there's a lot more weakness in the market. NQ is very heavy in tech, which is important. Very important. I mean, tech moves the world. Top three companies, top five, 10 companies, all tech. I might end up taking NQ long again. We're gonna see. We're gonna see, because look at this iceberg just played out. Let's see ES. Let's see if ES has any nice setups for us. If it wants to play off any icebergs. Nice buying pressure right there on ES. Big buy bubble at this big iceberg. So let's see. Let's see. We're having trouble with this iceberg getting bigger and bigger right there. Definitely considering some ES shorts. Like literally a 2 point stop loss. We're gonna have to see. I want to see this level up here. 15 looks pretty bearish on ES actually. So let's see.
Good morning, everyone.
Hey, good morning, Ricardo. What's going on?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good, dude. Doing good. Have to take some ES shorts probably. Probably. I'm liking it short here because of the. Oh, but that's a strong buy iceberg that just built right under us, so it's close. We might drop through it real strong, or it's going to hold us. I wanted to see if we could come up to maybe 63 one more time before we drop.
Are you in a position right now?
Oh, wait. Is that better? YouTube, could you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Alright, you guys could hear me, so that's good. Good now. Awesome, awesome, good stuff. Guys, YouTube, don't forget you guys join us every Monday and Friday. I like to go live Monday and Friday for the community and on YouTube for you guys. I want to try to get live streaming a bit more frequently too for you all. Alright, so we're making our way back up. Look how heavy these icebergs are up here. That's strong. Again, it just tells me it's strong selling pressure. Ooh. I wanted to see the 63 up there. Of course, absolutely, dude. West Wimbo, my pleasure. My pleasure. Usually we catch some nicer moves. Definitely disappointed this entry didn't work on NASDAQ. That would have been a nice opening move of the day. NQ fell off. Yeah, dude, for real. NQ said, I'll see you guys later. NQ said, thanks for trying to go along. I'll see you guys later.
Just got that scalp and made my profit for the day.
Good stuff, good stuff. I saw that selling pressure stepping in. I guess the order block right here would have been a better entry. Is waiting for us to grab that liquidity up there before we pushed lower on ES, which is still a possibility seeing this long upper wick. Lower wick, I should say. But this order block right here around 6150. So let's see, what was a Bookmap doing at that point, right? 6150. We saw these huge icebergs. Huge, 420, 304, 368. And then we had a reaction off that. So that would have been a real nice scalp on the ES using the iceberg and the Bookmap, which is so cool.
I haven't watched the video yet, but can you give me like a little quick brief explanation what an iceberg is?
Yeah, so an iceberg is basically, turn your mic up its head, let's see. Is that any better? So basically an iceberg is sort of like, think of it like an iceberg, right? When we're looking at an iceberg in the ocean, we only see the tip of it, while there's a huge portion of it underneath, right? So when we're looking at an iceberg order on Bookmap or on Heatmap, wow, look, that says 99 now. Because I zoomed in on it probably. Yeah, that's crazy. This is just a partial of a huge, massive order. So even though it says 304, there might be 1,200 orders sitting here. But because whichever institution it is that's trading it is hiding their orders, we can only see the tip of it because Bookmap has that algorithmic technology to show us some of those orders when they're being absorbed or when they're being placed. So I really like the icebergs when trading ES because they tend to really make a difference on them. Whereas the Nasdaq, I don't really see icebergs too often. Sometimes we'll make an iceberg and we could sort of use that as a magnet for where price will go. But other than that, I'm not a big fan of icebergs on ES. On NQ, would much rather trade icebergs on ES. So like 204, 224 now.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Gotcha.
So an iceberg comes in, only Rhythmic data supply gives you icebergs. You don't get it through
Really?
Tradeovate or anybody else. But basically Rhythmic is able to reconstruct a trade from a single institution where they placed a bunch of trades at one time, and they reconstruct it to say all this crap on this one order came from this one institution. And basically it just means one institution dropped a big order on the market.
Gotcha. Thank you.
It's not the same as a dark pool because icebergs are real time, and dark pools have to be reported within 24 hours because they're actually on a different exchange.
So we see right here ES 256, 300 now, so it's building up another whole lot of selling pressure is building up again. Ricardo, you said you caught that drop earlier?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Would you catch that on the NASDAQ?
Yes, sir.
Great job, dude. What made you get into that trade? What made you feel like, okay, this is where it's gonna drop, or did you see the selling pressure and try to?
My higher time frames, and I seen it coming down to retest that. I don't know what level it was, but I had a limit order waiting there, and it
Okay.
hit it, and it dropped down, and I got a scalp in there.
Awesome, dude. Good work. Good job. Good job. Anybody else take any trades today? E. Marcel, Desi, Blackfoot, Barbie. You guys take any trades? Jenya? Marzini?
I traded pre-market.
Yeah, what'd you trade today? What'd you get?
Yes.
Nice. Buy long or short?
Went long during pre-market and hit my take profit. I mean my daily goals. So I'm
Good job.
conservative right now.
Good.
Nice.
Good job, man. That's awesome. It's great to hit your daily goal before market even opens. It gives you a sense of like accomplishment. Like, wow, not that you beat the market or beat it to open or anything, but it's to get that done. Because then, if you really wanted to, you could then walk away for the day, be done for the day. So good job, good job. Rico, what's going on, Rico? I see you're in here. What's going on, man? Been a while. I'm looking at ES here, guys, for potential longs because of this divergence that it created. We're coming up into these icebergs again, though. I sort of want to trade with these icebergs. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Where's NQ? Indexes look weak. Equities look weak. How about you, Wes or World 10 Best? What about you guys? Any trades today? On YouTube viewers, any trades? Yeah, dude, I feel like the 15 minutes gone, man. Hold up. What time is it? If I could get filled anywhere over here would be great.
Took another scalp at $100.
Nice. Shmoney. All right, let's see. Nvidia puts? Nice. Okay, nice. Nvidia puts are printing today, dude. Daddy, I'm just marking out some zones so we could be aware of potential targets. Okay. Yeah, if we could get back up here for a moment. Ah, that's unfortunate.
Look at that, huh? Look at that volume in there.
Dude, oh man, I was waiting on those to print. Yo, Nvidia puts probably just had a nice move right there with that volume and volatility.
Did you get in?
No, somebody on YouTube, I was asking what everybody was trading. Somebody said he had Nvidia puts. So great job with those Nvidia puts. Ricardo, great job with that NQ short. Good work today, everybody. That is great.
Thank you.
I caught that sort of by luck, but I did catch it.
Yeah, you caught that? Good
Nice,
job. Good job. Great work. How's crude doing? What's crude doing today? You guys see how crude's just sort of chopping all day, chopping its way higher? Wouldn't have really given us that clean of a setup because it had a nice move pre-market. Mentioned that earlier. That's why we were not looking at crude today. Well, look at ES. ES is just nowhere near those icebergs. That's crazy, guys. Those icebergs, we had strong icebergs printing on the upside, which is selling icebergs. We had very few to the downside, and that would have given us a perfect signal to take those shorts on ES somewhere around 56, 58. We would have been able to catch that real nice drop, let alone looking at the 15-minute, knowing that we just created a supply zone. We had this basing candle. That's why I wanted to get in somewhere over here. This candle had a drop after the basing, I knew we would have an impulse move afterwards. So I want to see if we could get some type of entry somewhere. Would be great. Clearly, we had, do you guys go live every day? That's a good question. So we have a few other streamers in here. We have Jeremy goes live Tuesday and Thursday, and we have Creed goes live Wednesday, and then we have the same few guys and Sig go live in the afternoons. But I usually go live Monday and Friday.
Kevin, you were asking if we took trades. I took a long on the NQ for 16 points or so, and so that was good. I did that one, and then I missed this drop. I was wiping a 3-year-old's bottom, so I missed.
Dude, that'll keep your hands full for sure. I caught that long at market open on MES. Good job, Jenya. Great job. Good work. Good work. Probably caught it long when I was looking for those longs on NQ right over here off this big spike right there. So that was a great work. Good job, Jenya. Caught bearish break of structure. Made my daily profits. Good work, Ricardo. Guys, killing it. Love to hear that. Love to see that. NQ's probably going to, I would say it's probably going to continue, but we just wiped out a lot of liquidity down here. The momentum is still to the downside. Target is 622. That was a target the other day too.
If we continue shorter, I'm going to call around 56 on the ES. I'm going to call around 56.45. Something called the 2-hour 21 EMA line. It's rather fascinating, but we do have a tendency to gravitate towards it.
Cool. All right, let's see. So look at this. This is from yesterday, 8:30 p.m. I wrote, I'd like to see how we can hold demand tomorrow around 19,600. That's the demand we're coming to down here. We have Friday low at 19,591. I will be looking for us to react and go long off of this level in demand, right? ES has more supply above it, not so much demand nearby, so I will look for aggressive selling in supply. Let's look at that. That is what we are getting. And this, I wrote all this down last night at 8:30. Good stuff, guys. Great stuff. YouTube, make sure you hit that like and subscribe, and make sure to keep skipping those ads for you guys. 100-point short. Oh my goodness. Moon shift. Oh my goodness. While you're on a JetBlue flight, you're crazy, man. That's crazy, man. Good work. Good, great work. Do they have an applause thing? Soundboard? Where's the soundboard? Very good. Love it. Love it, guys. Love it. Don't forget, guys, YouTube viewers as well, check us out on Instagram at Bullish Bears. I like to try to post pretty frequently on there. Trade reviews, trade memes, market news, stuff like that. Try to keep you guys all informed and updated. The Discord is a membership only thing, so that's if you go to bullishbears.com and you click join. We have monthly, yearly, and lifetime members. At that point, we do also have some of the educators in our community that do coaching too, if anybody's interested as well. We got a real great community full of a lot of smart people, and we're just constantly always looking to help out, always looking to help guide you guys in your trading journey. Absolutely. So let's see. ES.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. What's going on, Ricardo? What's up, bro?
Oh, I'm just saying it's the best community.
Oh, thank you. All right, so we got about 50 seconds for this 15-minute to close. I really liked this candle right here that took out these highs on the 15 and rejected. Probably hindsight, always looking at hindsight, right? There's a few ways we could have traded this 15-minute candle. We could have taken it short right away at the close and maybe targeted the low and had a 1-to-1, which you guys know that's usually not ideally what I look for. Or we could have waited for it to close. We'll mark out that level so we know that area. Could have waited for it to close, which it closed at this candle right here. And now this is essentially where I should have taken those shorts. This is where we saw those icebergs stacking up yet again. The icebergs, along with the price action of failing that high and creating a lower high, should have been my go to take this short. Did not. That's okay. But that was still very clean. That Bookmap was able to show us that. Really, really like Bookmap. It's probably one of my favorite trading platforms, Bookmap. Bookmap and TradingView. NQ's coming near that 19,622 target. Probably going to get a nasty drop to go get there. Boom, right there. Almost. Almost. Few points away. Remember, I'm looking for that previous day low sell side liquidity sitting at 19,594. ES is nowhere near its previous day low, so that would be some divergence.
Looks like we're retesting a low day from Friday. New York session.
Low date from Friday. Well, Friday's low from ES or NQ?
Sorry, NQ.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I was looking at NQ to come into this demand zone and see if we either want to hold that previous day low or hit it and reverse at it. Because again, at that point, all this selling pressure, a lot of people are going to be chasing some shorts. We just had a 100, 200 point move to the downside while in essentially a quote-unquote bullish market. So again, in total, in general, I'm sort of looking for us to reject and hold in that demand zone. But sellers have been winning so far today. There's no denying that. Hey guys, real quick trading view trick for you guys. If you go to visibility under your indicator and you close off like the hours, the days, and the weekly, and you bring the minutes down, so this is a VWAP, right? Say I only want to look at VWAP on the 5-minute chart and lower, I could set it to say like the 12 minutes. So now, when I'm on the 5-minute chart, I'll see it. When I'm on the 1-minute chart, I'll see it. But when I go on the 15-minute chart, it ghosts itself. It goes away. So that's pretty cool. Close to that demand. I do think we're going to get it right here. Look at this. So they pulled orders off the book. We're probably going to get an impulse move in either direction. Oh, this is ES. Hold up. NQ. Yeah, this 19,610, 610. Right here inside demand, pretty strong. But now we have, look at these icebergs starting to build up on the NASDAQ. But you see how low the number is? It's only about 43. So I want to take note as to how strong this iceberg order is going to hold on Bookmap at only a level of 43. Whereas ES, when we had those icebergs, we had 302, 340 something. We had 999 at some point. So I want to see what the difference is between iceberg sizes from NQ to ES and how they react off of it. So right now, again, I'm looking at this 46. I don't think it's strong enough to hold. As of now, it is holding, but I think we could try to break right through it. Now, equities are trying to hold. Let's take a quick look, guys. I'll show you guys. Look at this down wick on Microsoft. Same on this other candle. Apple as well. Nvidia also trying to find some buying pressure. Just a little bit, just a little support. Not even buying pressure, just support. It's got to find support before you can find buying pressure. So you see we're stuck between this iceberg and this 37 level. So let's see some aggressive selling. Every time we hit this iceberg, another one forms, 47, 48, 52. So it's trying its best. There is a large institutional buyer sitting on the tape, well, not hitting the buy button, but is getting filled at this 19,630.75 along. So I'm taking note of that, right? Somebody's starting to fill their long positions while we're coming into a demand zone and that previous day low. So that's really important to me. I want to see ES too. Is ES doing the same thing? Not so much. There's that drop. I want to see NQ. NQ broke that. There we go. Now, just because we broke that iceberg doesn't mean this buyer is out of their trade. That just means that the iceberg is filled. It's not holding anymore. There's another strong level right there of liquidity. 19,610. I mentioned that earlier because it had a very strong level on the heat map. Next is 19,600. 19,600.
ES in a demand zone right now with another demand right below it, and then a volume node at 5642.
Very good. Let's see. see. Again, another iceberg starting to form on NQ. Nothing too crazy. Look at that. This was a fat iceberg, a fat sell iceberg that got hit immediately on NQ. 228, that's the biggest one we've seen today. ES also stuck between a rock and a hard place, but that's heavier buying than selling on those icebergs. So we're going to stay a little patient. Staying patient on this, guys. Definitely want to see if buyers want to step in at any point, but I'm looking at the 15. I want to see if I could find any type of demand zone on like ES or anything. A little bit of what's that, 15, a 30, something over here. I'm going to mark this whole candle. We'll delete this. Stay patient again. Again, we're coming into some icebergs on ES 35 and 41. We'll see how we react to it. Where's that iceberg at? 49.75. I'm thinking of taking some ES shorts with these icebergs up here. Just because that passed me up so many times, but I'm going to see. $15 minutes still looks okay for the Bears. Yeah, I'm looking for these shorts at around 49. Stop would be 51.75, which is above the icebergs. 51.75, 51.75, which is
ES
right
just dipped its toe into a demand zone. You got a fair value gap right above it at 56.54. You're currently at a prior day volume node, so I'd wait for a directional break.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm at 3 seconds in this 1 minute. A minute left in the 5 minute. Might look for something like this then. Okay, we're coming into this order block on ES and Q's just breaking. I'm sorry, not order block, iceberg. YouTube guys, make sure you keep hitting that like button. I'm gonna keep skipping those ads for you guys. Right now we're looking for potential ES short positions. Where's my mouse? ES short positions. I wanted to see if we could hold these icebergs right over here, which are building up again.
ES pre-market low 56.44 1/4.
I'm going to probably... I really want to take this short because of those icebergs, but because we're squeezing at this price and we're coming off of a demand zone, I really want to be hesitant on this.
Actually, I'm wrong on that low. That's just simply a liquidity. I called that wrong. That's not pre-market low, but it is a liquidity point. 56.44 and a quarter.
Order rejected again. What's going on?
I'm your guardian angel, and
Yeah.
I'm telling you not to go short right now.
Dude, seriously though, is that what's going on right now? Or maybe I'm not allowed to go short? Alright. Like, again, I'd consider these shorts up here in this fair value gap. Yeah, do we need or have? If we have one, it should be near the plastic wire. Alright, let's see. 5 minute. We have this 5 minute fair value gap here on ES that I'd consider shorting. If the market wanted me to short. Oh, maybe I'll go on trade 08. Maybe it'll let me execute on trade 08. Yeah, half a second, guys. Let's see. Yeah, look at that rejection. Right off that, oh, I said that 65175 was strong on, look at that. The absorption came in and those icebergs came in. So this spot right here, let's see if that plays out to the downside to give us a new low day, because that would have been a really fantastic setup. And again, that's just using Bookmap, you know?
All right, man. I'm off to the gym. Thank you very much, Kev.
Awesome, dude. That's a great way to end the trading day, dude. Hit the gym, get a workout, and that's great.
Definitely, definitely. All the best in the market, guys. Take care.
Have a good one, man. Good job today. Could that be why? What's up, Lion Trader? Appreciate the subscription, dude. Appreciate that. Make sure you guys go check out our recent videos on YouTube. I just put up a video on this iceberg indicator that you guys see me looking at and watching today on ES, and it has been phenomenal. Really, really a fantastic tool. If you guys are getting started with Bookmap, I would suggest using the code Bullish Bears to get what is that? It's like I think it's 20% off your first monthly subscription. So I would probably look into that if you want to get started with Bookmap. All right, let's see. Where are we at? Where are we at? Double bottom on NQ. Let's see. Let's see. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful with looking for things like double bottoms. We do have previous day low and sell side liquidity sitting at 19,591 on NQ. That's a very strong level I'd be looking for. See if we want to react or reject off of that level, or even potentially reverse. As of now, I'm sort of looking for this 5 minute fair value gap on ES to play out. NQ is much weaker, so if we were looking for a scalp, we'd probably look for shorts on NQ. But we got to be a bit patient, because now we did already have a very strong move. We're very extended from VWAP, over 200 points. NQ making new low of day. ES has not made new low of day, so we have some bullish divergence there too. We have an iceberg picking up right above this strong heat map level on the NQ, the NASDAQ, so that's a very high level of interest. I feel like on the 5-minute, ES does want to continue lower here. Sort of the same price action we had right here, where it stalled out, it wicked a bit, and then the next candle it just dropped. So we're going to be a bit patient on that. Not going to jump in anticipating it to do the same thing. We're going to be patient and wait for the reaction. YouTube guys, make sure you keep hitting that like button. I'm going to keep skipping those ads for you guys. YouTube always says, would you like us to, we're going to insert an ad in X amount of minutes. And I go, no, you're not. Because the market's not going to wait for an ad. Alright, so look at this. We got some icebergs starting to level up. Strong selling. There it is. There it is. Yes, too. Very strong. ES close to new low day. Boom, new low day on ES. There's that sell side liquidity and previous day low on the NASDAQ. Let's see how we react off of this level. Gotta remember. Now let's look back real quick. Let's check 30-minute time frame. See if there's any other divergence, right? So right now, ES still hasn't broken this low right here, this 5640. NQ is way below that low at that time. This is at 19717, so NQ is way below that. This low right here, all the way over here on ES, NQ is below it. So again, we have some major divergence. ES seems much stronger right now. So we're just going to keep a close eye on that, because you could either use that as one of two ways. The ES is stronger, look for a long on ES, or the NQ is weaker, look for a short on NQ. Now this did give us the same exact candlestick pattern. Look at this, it gave us the green candle, a wick, and a drop. Green candle, the wick, and then the drop. So that was a real nice setup. The market showing us how it does like to repeat itself. And repeat itself often it does. So we have to be very aware of what the market is doing. The market is the one that we have to listen to. Pretty strong buying right here on ES. And that's probably going to try to hold us up. Ooh, strong selling. Never mind. Let's see. Let's see. That 640 is a crucial level right there. Crucial. Be very careful here, guys. See if we get back above this iceberg at 109. But as of now, we're consolidating. This has been a great stream so far. I know we haven't really taken any live trades much today. I think we took the one on, what was it, NQ? I think we tried to take NQ long earlier or something, but it was after the technical issues. So today was sort of flat. Very flat today. Equities are selling off. Look, always aware of my equities. Microsoft, Meta, Apple, Nvidia. Oh man, where's my buddy who was in Nvidia puts earlier? West Wimbo, you still in those Nvidia puts, man? You said that at like 128, now it's at 126. Beautiful. NQ selling off even stronger right there. ES, oh, strong level just came up on ES. I'm considering a long on ES, but I'm probably not going to do it. Yo, what's going on, Ezekiel? What's going on, bro? Up 70%. Good work. Good work. This 1 minute candle is going to be very important. If it breaks this low on ES, oh, yeah, that's tough. That's tough. That is tough. We could have grabbed those shorts up here for a quick scalp. Stayed a little patient on it. Just because you didn't get in the trade doesn't mean it was a bad decision. You know, we never know for sure where the market's going to go. And if you don't have the proper confirmation, you should not be chasing it anyways. Plus, it didn't fill me like 4 times today on some winners, so that's okay. We're just going to stay patient. Great volatility today, though. Really fantastic. Fire. 15-minute closes in 10 minutes. Call me up. I don't know what this line is from. I'm going to delete that. ES has a pretty strong sell side liquidity sitting right here. The reason I say it's pretty strong is because when we look at the spot right here, we had 1 wick, Then we had a few other wicks, and then we had another wick. So this spot, this 56.32 even, is a very key level on ES because it held up in the past. So we're going to look to see if it wants to hold up again or if it's going to be a stop hunt. Wow, that's something, man. And guys, this drop, we would have been able to potentially catch those highs with the Bookmap, with the iceberg orders. I mean, 3,150 orders up here. That's over thousands and thousands and thousands of iceberg orders, which means if these are thousands of iceberg orders, there's even thousands and thousands and thousands more of orders we're not seeing. So that's absurd. That's wild. YouTube, make sure you run up that like button. Try to run that to 15 this morning. And, yeah, that's some crazy work right there. So we hit this sell side liquidity on ES 56.40.25. We're going to watch it. We're not going to jump into anything. Be a little silly to try to go long after such a strong drop lower and vice versa. So we're just going to sort of beware. This thing might just continue, though. Because look how strong the momentum is to the downside. So right now, I'm sort of looking for this 1 minute fair value gap. Same with NQ. 1 minute fair value gap on that previous day low. But I want to wait to see the reaction. Because if we react and we don't break and we don't reverse at it, we're going to break it. We might get a reversal at this point. I might be able to use it to go long. 56.51.75 with sell side liquidity of London's session. 56.51. 56.51. 56.51. Oh, yeah. You know what? It worked as support, and then we broke through it. Then it worked as resistance. Real nice. Yeah, good work. Good eye. Great eye. Great eye, Eris in YouTube. Good work. No, we're just going to keep going, baby. Let's see. A lot of sweeps just came in there. I'm not jumping into any shorts here. Previous week low is coming up on the NASDAQ. That's a very, 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 very strong level.
ES just hit central pivot point.
Feeling cooler than the April breeze. Let's get blown like the summer leaf. Come on, NASDAQ. Let's go higher now. Let's see.
56.25, next target down.
There it is, 56.26, 516. 516. There is previous week low on NASDAQ on the 1 minute right now. Very strong. Sell side liquidity on ES. That's the level I just marked out before. We'll see how that reacts as well. Right now, the only trade would be a short, depending on how this 1 minute and 5 minute want to close. I'm considering ES longs off of that level. If we get any buy side icebergs. Without that, some sweeps. Yeah, I sort of want to grab ES long there, but equities just look so weak. But sellers could be trapped here. But I'm gonna be patient. Because again, if you're trying to go long down here, you gotta have good reason to want to go long at such a strong sell-off.
This is a good place for it to reverse. Big 4 hour inversion.
Godo, I'm gonna fade you. You remember, what was that? It was Friday, I think, right?
I'm not even trading, I'm just watching.
56.25 is where the volume node is and is about where the 50% point is from this high at 8 a.m. to the low of Friday's 2 p.m.
Yeah, look at these sellers are probably going to try to take it one more time. I might scalp short. I got to see.
ES is hitting its 50 SMA on the 2-hour
Nice,
chart.
nice. Look at that. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. Beautiful. Let's see. Let's put ES to work. Some icebergs got ran through some buying pressure in the equities. There's an order iceberg. I'm keep calling them order blocks. There's a strong buy iceberg on ES. 37. Look for maybe 36.50 if 36.50 wants to give us a fill. The reason I like longs on ES is because it just failed that sell side liquidity. Like it wicked it 3 times. So I would want to go long there. Like right here. 34 something. How's the 5-minute look? 5 could reverse though. 5 could just reverse right back lower. But the 15 though. I'm gonna trade. I want to trade with this iceberg right here. So we'll see if we react off this one. Come back to it. 36.25 for entry long. Stream frozen? I hope not. Is the stream frozen? Could you guys see it? Yeah, I think Discord could see it. YouTube, you guys let me know too. Okay, so give us a reaction. Come back to that iceberg. Get me filled and let's go long. Looking for any divergence. Some major divergence right there. So I might even wait for the 5 to close. I sort of don't want to wait for the 5. Oh, it's a big iceberg. Was that a buy or sell though? I gotta change the colors of my icebergs. Those were buy icebergs. Okay. You want to see Nvidia melt more before earnings? I don't know, man. If this thing wants to bounce, this thing's going to bounce. NQ just took out that previous week low. That's a strong spot. A lot of people look to short. But let's see. Let's see if we create some type of divergence. If NQ wants to take out these lows again on the 1 minute, ES fails the lows, go long ES. Right now, it's looking more like it might do the opposite. NQ might fail the low. ES might make a new low. But let's see. You know what? I'm going to put a buy limit. I really want to take these long right where we're at right there. Because this 1 minute order block that formed off of that liquidity. Sure, let's try it. We'll see. We'll see. Give me one more drop. If it drops into it and then starts to rip, I'm gonna grab some longs. But right now we don't really have any icebergs. Dude, those icebergs, man, are like freaking magic, dude. That's crazy. Damn, that would have been a bottom tick entry, that 34 right here at that order block. 20 seconds left, let's see. We had an engulfing candle on Nvidia's 5 minute. If anybody's still holding puts on Nvidia, I'd be careful, maybe try to get out in the next little drop. But we have to be careful. If the market is overall bearish, we could trend for a while, right? And if you guys are in puts, you're not in a 0 day because it's Monday, so you might be able to hold for a day or so. How's the 5 minute look? 5 minute closed. 15 minute? 15 minutes ugly. 30 minute closes in 14 minutes. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Could be a liquidity grab for a move lower, yeah. No optimal trade entry, ain't getting nothing today, man. Is this an OTE? 61 falls right up there. Damn, there are those buyers. I wanted those long too on ES. Cause everything that glitters is not gold. All the gold. Look at crude oil just sort of chopping around too. Is in a bank in the middle of Beverly Hills. I'm watching that 30 minute and 45 minute because it closes in about 12 minutes and I want to see if it closes bullish. California. Alright, we're... Good buying pressure. I'd sort of want to scalp ES long here, but I'm not going to. Because now it's sort of trying to break out, and you shouldn't take breakouts, especially if it's in the opposite direction of the trend we just went in. But again, it could. It definitely could. Weighted index is pushing higher, Nvidia is pushing higher. Do we have an optimal trade entry on this one? We do. At this fair value gap, we have an optimal trade entry. So because we missed those longs, maybe, for now. For now, we missed those longs. We're going to look for a potential short in this fair value gap at that 61%. That's almost a 5-to-1 risks or rewards. That's pretty good. YouTube guys, don't forget, hit that like button. I'm going to keep skipping those ads for you guys. Right now, we're looking for potential weakness to step into the market. I'd like to see this fair value gap 56.44 area for an entry. Or if we want to pull back down one more time and potentially make some divergence, I would like a long position on ES. But we're going to be a bit patient. Wait to see if we get any absorption or any icebergs. Trading with the icebergs has been the way, has been the move lately on ES, so that's really good. Weighted index is still trying to push higher, so I wouldn't call out the longs just yet. So you have to remember 15 and 30 both close in about 10 minutes. It's always so important to be aware of the 15 and 30 minute time frame when you're day trading. It helps give us an edge on direction in the market. So let's say right now at this point, you shouldn't have been going long, but somebody might have thought, oh, well, we're bouncing off of demand, we're going to push higher. But at 10:15, we're looking at this candle right now. We're looking at these previous candles. If you're looking at that and you're still saying, oh, I want to go long now, you got to readjust. You got to re-look at what you're looking at and say, okay, well, why did I think that? What am I looking at? What am I doing? How can I change that? How can I fix this? Amazon's trying to push up pretty well. It's above 175 before it's below 174.50. Keeping a close eye on Amazon. Taking a look at Nasdaq. ES looks good for a rip lower. Amazon selling, Microsoft selling. Yeah. We look good to push lower at this point. But I'm not just jumping in because it's not an entry point. Maybe. No, we'll wait. We'll wait. Waited this long.
What are you using for an entry point? Just give us a breakdown.
I'd like to see this fair value gap up here because this move right here, this leg, it gave us an optimal trade entry within this fair value gap. So 56.44. P for patience. Yes, sir, you know it. I never really learned fibs. Yo, fibs are awesome. Look up or check our Bullish Bears channel, one of our recent videos. The OTE, the optimal trade entry, one of the best trading strategies, one of my favorite strategies to use, especially in trending markets. Trending markets is where they work really well. Time is it? 10:50 already? Oh man. I'd say what a boring day, but it clearly gave us a nice move. My issue today was the broker situation. I'm trying to also see where it went wrong with NQ, right? So we had the sell side liquidity at that demand, we broke it, then we retested that sell side, so we used that support as resistance and then pushed lower. Some buying pressure on ES. They just removed, look at these levels were here, they pulled them from the tape. So I want to see selling. Right now there's an iceberg at 56.50. That's above my optimal trade entry. I want to see these icebergs come down. I want to see something form in my entry to give me a clue that, okay, yes, this is a good spot for a reversal. A little bit of selling right there on an iceberg. Nothing crazy. 40 isn't crazy. Get rid of this long position tool. Keep this short one here for a moment. Looking at the daily time frame, right? We want to be aware of the daily time frame. Daily time frame could still flip, as crazy as it sounds, could still flip bullish. We have 6 hours left in the day. Yesterday's candle, Friday's candle was very strong, at least on ES it was. So it's just something to be aware of. But it has had a pretty strong sell-off. But again, when in doubt, zoom out. Look at ES has still been making higher highs, and Q is now finally starting to fail those higher lows. So I'm still sort of going to be patient on these shorts up here. Now guys, if you feel like it's hard to be patient, or you just you feel the need to jump into a trade, then find something to do. If you're sitting in your chair, find something to do in your chair. Maybe open up another browser or something, look something up, do some research, watch some YouTube, listen to a little music. That's why I'll usually start to ramble a bit, because I'm trying to fill in some time, because I know that the market's sort of just going to chop around at some point. The market's never just going to give us a smooth move. Cooking breakfast, there you go. That's a good thing to do, cook some breakfast, man. Like, if you're in a position, you set and forget, you have your entry, you have your stop loss, go make some breakfast, go grab something to eat, or grab some water, gotta stay hydrated. YouTube, I'm gonna make sure to keep skipping those ads as long as you guys keep those like count running up. And, yeah, other than that, Sort of waiting right here on ES. Takes the stress and emotions off of trading. Yo, you know it. You know it. You know it. Being able to do other things outside of trading while you're trading will help you emotionally as a trader. Will help you be disciplined as a trader. Alright, ES. You could go back up now. That's fine. Even though we do have NQ rejecting a fair value gap right now. But I'm not taking NQ off of that. Even though it's at previous day low, we're just going to stay patient. We're just going to stay patient on this, guys. No reason to rush into it. So looking for shorts on ES 5644. Going to add an alert. It's 10:55 already. Usually I like to be wrapping up the day around now, not jumping into a trade. But we missed those 15-minute time frame opportunities. We missed a short up here. We missed it down here. And it's going to happen, right? I'd rather miss a trade than jump into a trade and either stop out or it not go in my favor, or have to have a horrible risk to reward on it. Much rather miss a trade than chase a trade. Can't lose money missing a trade, but you can lose money chasing a trade. Clink, clink, clink. So some selling icebergs, sort of trying to step in, not the biggest. There's another one for 20. It's a buyer at 59. What's my short? 44 and 46 is my stop. Chasing a trade is crackhead behavior. That's really funny. That's really funny. I guess that is our version of crackhead behavior, is chasing a trade. Like, oh, you got to go for that fix, right? Like, trading becomes more of an addiction than it becomes a job, and that's really where we have to draw the line. Trading is our job. We are our own bosses. Whether you join somebody's stream, or you have a mentor, or you're trading professionally for 20 years, or you're just getting started and you're on week 2. Wherever you're at in your journey, you have to treat it like it's a job. You have to be your own boss. You have to give yourself rules. You have to be disciplined. There's so much you have to do to be successful consistently in the market. Getting a nice rejection off. This is a broken demand zone right here on ES. We're rejecting it at the moment. I guess it did give us a few areas. A few times it touched and rejected, but it didn't have any icebergs up there. It didn't have that heavy of a heat map level. So I'm not thinking we're going to sell off just yet. We're starting to get a little tight. Make our way up to that area. I would love us to reject that fair value gap. Once we start getting up in there and we start rejecting it, I'm going to probably take those shorts and call it a day. And just, set my limit order to buy for my stop at, like, we'll do 56.47.25, and my target will be new low of day. But we do have to be a bit careful with new low of day target, because ES has been a bit stronger. So I might look for this order block entry, so I might look a little lower. So right there. Right, and that's sort of how we have to figure out, like, am I going to be targeting low a day on this trade? Am I going to be targeting high a day on this trade? Am I going to be targeting previous day low, previous day high? Am I going to be targeting the next range low, the next range high, the liquidity? And a big question is, am I going to be targeting a demand zone? Am I going to be targeting the liquidity sitting under it, right? Because every demand or supply underneath, once we break it, that is a liquidity sweep. So with all of that being said, it's tough, right? And we have to take note and sometimes definitely take that profit at a order block or supply or demand zone, because sometimes we are going to bounce off of those supply and demands. And when we bounce off of a demand zone and you were just in a short from supply and it comes all the way back up towards your entry, you're going to be kicking yourself for not just taking profit in that demand zone. There's a time and a place for using liquidity as a target, and a time and a place for using supply and demand as a target. And once you're able to narrow that down and really get, round trips, there you go. Love it, love it. Nice buying pressure, love to see it. Absorption coming in. Taking a look at the 15-minute time frame. 15 just closed, 30 just closed. It's 11 o'clock. That's a bullish 30-minute candle on ES, on a NQ though. 45 hasn't closed yet. 90-minute hasn't closed. 1 hour just closed. 1 hour's bearish though, so I'm not too worried. Still looking for these shorts on ES. Might go for a new low a day at this point, depending on how we react. Guys, I'll stick around a little longer. I do usually wrap it up around 11. YouTube guys, I'm gonna hit skip ads for you guys. 127 break on Nvidia on flip side. Oh yeah, look at that, Nvidia trying to make its way back higher. Told you guys, get out of those puts down here. So get your butt out. But we gotta be careful. We never know when we'll continue. We never know when we'll reverse. Just gotta be patient, react, and have our levels pre-planned. That's it. So now at this point, we do have a 15-minute fair value gap from here to here. I foresee a rejection coming. Dude, I hope so. But look at this NVIDIA NASDAQ strength right now. That's a strong 5-minute run right there. But yeah, I'm really hoping for a rejection too. The 78% lines up with the top of this demand zone that broke on NQ. So still sort of waiting on ES fair value gap, optimal trade entry short. Let's see. I gotta go watch that vid on optimal entry. Yeah, dude, optimal trade entry, it's awesome. I'll see if I could post the link right here in the YouTube comments for you. Yeah, I got it. Discord, do you guys want that link too? The optimal...
I've already found it, but yes, please, Kevin.
Sure thing, guys, sure thing. This is the optimal trade entry. OTE, one of my favorite strategies to trade.
We've got passion, we've got...
Let's see. Again, buyers stepping in. They're doing their best right now. I'm keeping an eye on, so this fair value got broke on NASDAQ, right? But I wasn't too keen on that one anyways, because the optimal trade entry was a bit higher up. I did like this optimal trade entry on ES, because this moved from this leg right here, which is the high of this leg, to the low of this leg. So we go our 100 at the top, our 0 at the bottom, our 61 and 78 give us our golden entry zone. 280 EMA test incoming on Nvidia. 280, use the 280 EMA. I've never heard of that. Somebody using that one. All right, here's that push on ES. I want to see some icebergs start stepping in here. Hey, listen, that's fine. It's fine to switch it up. If it's something that you back tested and you find works, go for it. That's how I feel about any strategy. Something I'll mention though is the Fibonacci sequence. Those numbers tend to work very well too. Like so it's like 8. I could probably just get the fib tool up here and it'll tell me. So like 23, 38, 50, 61, 78, 1, 161, 261, 361, 423. These are fib levels. These are very important levels in the market. Because they have history, right? Fibonacci is something that we see in everyday life that we don't even realize. How the flowers grow, everything. There's cycles that form around the Fibonacci cycle. And that's really cool that there's that in trading in these markets. Starting to get a rejection off of that 15-minute fair value gap. I wanted the 5-minute with that optimal trade entry. So again, we're going to be a bit patient, but 15 seconds for this 5-minute to close. If it gives me a basing like this, I might go like that and take that short. Yeah. Let's see. I mean, it looks good for shorts here. We hit that fair value gap, 15-minute fair value gap. I'll try to get filled on a short here on ES. We'll see if it wants to fill me this time. What are we on? ESU, right? Yeah, we're gonna get that rejection. Shit, give me one pullback. One pullback, I'm gonna be in this. Oh, now the orders want to work. Alright, cool. So I'll let you guys know when I get filled short. I'd like to see a pullback here so I can get filled short on ES. 5, 6, 40, 25 is where I want to try to get filled. Five, 6, 4, 25 would be ideal for a short entry. Nope, seller's strong there, man. That was a good rejection off of that 15-minute fair value gap. Let's see if we pull back, get me that entry. And then I'm going to be wrapping it up shortly. We didn't get any icebergs or anything that I was looking for to confirm my short. So I am going to be a little patient on the entry. I still really like it, so I'm still going to look for a short right there. I'm glad now that now it's letting me fill orders. That's great. I'm glad that it had an issue earlier. That's awesome. Oh man, dude. Buying coming in, buying trying to come in here, but it's failing. That would, man, that was, I missed it again. Oh no, YouTube got an ad. Nice, 127 reject, just like Wes Wimbo said. Good call, man. Good stuff, good stuff. Wow, look at the sell-off on ES right there. Wow. But now we might get divergence. ES is a lot closer to its new low a day. So I want to see if this 1 minute maybe wants to pull back or something. Nope, it just wants to continue. Well, at least I fixed my broker thing, so it won't be a problem tomorrow. But I won't stream with you guys till what's it called? Till Friday again. Crazy week ahead, dude. I hope so. I hope so. I'd like to see some divergence. I want to see NQ make a new high, ES fail that high. ES failing that high divergence will give me the short entry. As of now, I'm not in any shorts. Wish I was in some ES shorts. Saw that rejection off that 15-minute. Still looking to get short right up here. 56, 40, 25. Stop loss. Bring a stop loss to that high. Let's go for the false breakout. Nah, dude, let's go back up. Give me some divergence so I could enter some shorts on ES, and then we could go make some new lower days. That sounds fun. If we pump our way back up there, though, on ES, I'm moving my sell limit, and I'm going to wait to see if we want to break that high on ES, because if we break this high on ES and then reject that fair value gap, that would be a cleaner setup. So we'll wait and see, guys. Wait and see. Just got to wait with the market. Can't control it. Just got to react to it. Definitely missed that sell-off this morning. Literally wasn't able to execute any trades, so It happens. It will happen. Brokers are machines and people too, you know.
So your strategy, just to clarify, Kev, has been you were hoping that it was going to fill the fair value gap. It didn't, so you've moved your entry point down slightly to see if there's a retest of the rejection. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So right now, what I'm looking for, we had the 15-minute fair value gap there that we rejected. I was looking for the 5-minute rejection. So because of that, I missed this short entry. But because I missed that short entry, now I'm gonna wait for either NQ and ES to both pull back higher, and maybe NQ will make a new high, will break this high right here, while ES fails to break that high, and it will give me bearish divergence to take ES short. But right now that 5-minute gave us a real nice rejection. I do feel like this might be the drop to continue to give us another leg. It didn't give us the optimal trade entry at that 61%, but we have to remember when we're looking at a premium and a discount, that's what we look at with the Fibonacci tool, because the 50% marks the halfway point. If we're looking to short, we want to go short somewhere above the 50%. If we want to go long, we want to go somewhere long below the 50%. So the discount would be to go long at a discount under the 50. The short would be to go short at a premium, so above the 50.
Yeah, I got you.
Cool. Somebody asked about IWM. What's that? I think that's YM, right? No, that's what's it called? RTY. That's the Russell. No, we don't do much RTY in here. I do see that's had a nicer trend down than ES and NQ recently, so that's always good to have a bundle of stocks to watch, to find something that fits either your entry or your setup that you're looking for. Because remember, everything is not going to trend at the same time, right? Sometimes if NQ and ES are chopping, a lot of times the members in the community know, I'll go and I'll trade crude oil or something, right? Because each market is different. ES pretty strong on heat map around this 56.37.50. Guys, I do definitely want to wrap this up though. Ran it a bit longer than usual. Let's see what ES wants to do first. Now that I said that, it'll give us something. 39.50 is pretty strong. 39.50. I'm sorry, 39.40. I'm gonna cancel my my sell limit. I'm gonna keep an eye on gold. I'm sorry, I'm keeping an eye on NQ to break that eye right there. So if NQ could break that high and ES could hold that high. No, you need something? No, that's fine. Okay, let's see. Not much above us on ES to sell-wise. Bit of an iceberg starting to build up. Really wanted to see that divergence, though. I wanted to see NQ break up higher first. Maybe if NQ could break higher, we could get an entry at the 15-minute fair value gap, with our stop loss still being above those highs. So that would be a real tight stop. That'd be a real tight trade. 11-1 on that. That would be nice. So we're going to keep an eye on that, guys. That's going to be the last trade we'll look for setup-wise, and we'll probably call it a day there. Good morning, James. What's going on, James? Habibi, Greg, what's up, guys? Nicole, what's going on? You guys take any trades today? Right now I'm looking for ES shorts. ES shorts. Might have missed the entry, but I don't think so. I wanted to see divergence. We're not getting it. But I know as soon as I walk away, we're going to get it. Add alert. Add alert. Ready? We'll test the theory. I'm going to look away for like 2 minutes. Equity is getting a little weak. All right, YouTube, I am going to wrap it up there for YouTube at least. Stinks that we didn't get to see this play out. I'm give it another minute, getting a little bit of volatility in there, but we got to remember the first 2 hours of market open are slowly passing us away. Liquidity is starting to go down, volume starting to ease up. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That's really funny. All right, you guys have a fantastic day. Any questions, hit me up. Check us out on Instagram, Bullish Bears, TikTok, Bullish Bears Trading, YouTube, Bullish Bears. You could always direct message, ask any questions. Always fun streaming to you guys. Any questions, let me know. Catch you guys on the flip side. See you on Friday.